Welcome to the Tennessee Curriculum Center website. Our mission is supporting an inclusive and dynamic teaching community focused on 21st century learning. My name is Janice Gordon, and as one of the many Tennessee teachers who have contributed to this project, I am thrilled to introduce you to this phenomenal teaching tool. Hopefully, you will recognize, as I have, that this site will allow you to gain valuable insight into the Tennessee state standards and will be a powerful resource in your classroom teaching experience. To date, there have been over 3,000 resource submissions, and we've had over 60,000 visitors since the website's inception in May 2011. Now, this is a teacher website built by teachers for teachers, and although every effort's been made to make the website as intuitive as possible and simple to navigate, we thought a tour might be helpful. As you can see, there are 4 major content areas. The organization of each is essentially the same with the exception of social studies because it is currently on hold until a national decision is made about Common Core. Before we explore, we would like for you to take this opportunity to become a member. Why? Well, we promise we won't sell your email address, so there'll be no more infusion of spam. As a member, however, you will receive messages which will alert you about website updates. The process itself is easy. All you have to do is click on Member Login at the bottom, and then you have no account yet, so you need to register. I would like to take this opportunity right now to introduce you to our partners as well: Maryville College, the Tennessee Department of Education, Reed Tennessee, and Math Tennessee. So let's get started. Here's the scenario. You're a 7th grade ELA teacher. How can you use this resource to help you plan a lesson that's standards-based for tomorrow's class? First, let's take a moment to look at the introductory page for ELA. The authors of this website wanted to be sure to include meaningful context on what is written here and why. So you'll find some background information, curriculum maps, and pacing guides. When you actually click on Grade 7, you will see the 8 current Tennessee standards. The developers divided these into topic threads. Look at Standard 6, Informational Text. It is divided into reading strategies and features. Here you will find more information to help you as a teacher develop a clear learning target. Notice the 2 GLEs associated with this topic thread, and then you will find 3 areas below. The standards have been scaffolded or unpacked for you. There are questions to focus your instruction, and there is academic vocabulary developed by the Tennessee Department of Education to help you develop your instructional plan. These words are currently directly linked to Wikipedia as a starting point. Now that you reviewed this page and you seem to have a clear learning target, let's take a moment to look at one of the 2 GLEs associated with this standard. This is where you will align the assessment and plan the instruction. When you click on the GLE, you'll immediately find what's called a mini learning progression. This will allow you to easily see exactly which standards your students covered previously in the 6th grade and what they are expected to cover in the 8th grade. You will also find that the authors have teased out the CFUs, or checks for understanding, and aligned the SPIs, or student performance indicators. So far, though, you still don't have a completed plan. Looking at this page, you have several tabs after the learning progression: curriculum materials, teacher resources, assessment, and student resources. Let's take a moment to look at the curriculum materials. Here you'll find several resources, a description of that resource, and how that resource is directly connected to the learning expectation. If a particular description catches your eye, you can immediately click on this hyperlink, which will take you directly to the resource. If you glance over at student resources, you'll find a plethora of information here as well. When you click on teacher resources and assessment, however, you may find that there is no information, no resources yet. This could be a wonderful opportunity for you. On January 20th, 2012, this site will be open for all members to submit resources they themselves have vetted for consumption by other colleagues. The goal would be to eventually have resources for every single standard. Now, what about the other content areas? Quickly, let's use the breadcrumb navigation system at the top of the page to take us back to the Tennessee Curriculum Center homepage. Let's take a moment to explore science. Grade 5. And let's look at Standard 9, Properties of Matter. Everything on this page should look exactly the same as it did under the ELA, with the exception of the addition of the NSDL Science Literacy Maps, which will help assist you in developing a clear learning target. The GLE will take you to the same sort of curriculum assistance as we found in the ELA content area. So here you will find the same mini learning progression, the curriculum materials, teacher resources, assessments, and student resources. Now, many of you are asking yourselves, what about the Common Core? Well, let's take a moment to explore that area. When you click on the Common Core standards, you will find that only ELA and mathematics are represented. The next generation science standards are currently being developed. This section will eventually include information about those standards. So let's return as a 7th grade ELA teacher. You will find the 5 Common Core strands and threads. When you click on informational text, as we did before, you will find that the Common Core standards are directly aligned with the current Tennessee standards. In other words, there's a crosswalk between the Common Core and what we currently have in the state standards. Click on any one of these GLEs and you should find yourself back in very familiar territory. There is, of course, a future need for all educators to smoothly transition from the Tennessee state standards to the Common Core, and we are setting the stage for that transition here at the Tennessee Curriculum Center. Please, we encourage you to continue to visit us here because new resources are constantly being added, and as the website evolves, we want you to be a part of this dynamic process. Thanks for visiting the Tennessee Curriculum Center.